Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna drop, but gonna drop soon, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the real King Von story. Originally to video down script, my Twitter, I'll be a top. Shout out to my boy Publish X, 50K. That boy about hit 100K about April or something, nigga. Cause his shit blowing up.
Just got top from this stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just bought a Glock with a ruler clip. Wanna play with me?
I just got this top from this stripper bitch. She right next to me. This bitch a hoe.
On November 6, 2020, Davon Bennett, better known as King Von, was pronounced dead from gunshot wounds. This is his story.
Hey, how you do that? Oh, alright, this nigga editing. How he do that? I gotta learn some shit. I'm trying to up my quality. See, look, I already got, look, y'all see my sweat, bro. I already did the camera quality. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to upgrade my computer so I can edit it hella. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, I know how he did it. He did some Photoshop shit. I ain't crazy.
Picture a no man's land with broken windows, dark abandoned buildings, no law and order. There are carefully demarcated areas controlled by rival bands of armed militia fighting over the rubble. Nearly every night there's sniper fire. It sounds like Beirut, but in fact it's America. A creature of state, local, and federal government. The product of bad politics, failed policy, and official neglect. It exists, unseen except by those who live there, a stone's throw away from some of the most valuable real estate in our nation's third largest city.
Damn.
Davon Bennett grew up in one of the roughest neighborhoods of Southside Chicago, Parkway Gardens, also known as O-Block off of 64th, not 63rd. In the Gardens, he was known as grandson, referring to his relationship with his grandfather.
Now, hold on. I heard he was, when he first, you know what I'm saying, born, he was growing up in a different apartment complex or projects. Then he kind of maneuvered to the y'all know, y'all fucking know, y'all know.
David Barksdale, one of the founders of the Black Disciples.
It started with Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover was a High Supreme gangster. David Barksdale was a devil disciple.
Growing up, his life wasn't bad for what it was. Although he didn't meet his father until 8 years old, due to him being locked up on and off all through his early childhood, his mother and stepdad did their best to make sure he had what he needed. Davon was an A and B student and even enjoyed playing baseball up until around high school. Growing up around poverty and violence in Southside Chicago, it's almost always inevitable to get involved in trouble.
It's easier to go on the block than it is to go to school.
Although he denies
No, for real, bro. If you watch a lot of these, it's a pattern. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to their upbringing and shit like that, like around 14, 15, like motherfuckers say fuck that school shit. Because like around that age, that's when shit started to get kind of real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that for my high school and shit. But certain niggas graduated and shit that was still in that street shit. Because way our shit set up, it ain't set up how it is in Chicago where you fuck around, might go to school with your real life op. Like, back at the crib, like y'all niggas live 2 blocks away. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that here like it is in Chicago. Them niggas 2-3 blocks away, nigga. Motherfucker probably could throw a rock at these niggas' cribs and shit. Like, that's how close they is. You know what I'm saying? But my point of being is, y'all, if you watch a lot of these, you will see the pattern like around 13, 14. These niggas said, fuck school. And like, they mama really, they probably was still raising them for school and shit. But about 15, 16, mama and them said, fuck it. I think 16 is the legal age to drop out or some shit. I might be wrong. I think that's probably just Indiana.
Ever being part of a gang in his younger years, he admits to taking an interest in the street life. Davon's
That's crazy. That's never mind. Let's keep
father
going.
would pass away and his grades would start to slip. He soon turned to crime himself, starting out just stealing bikes and other small things.
Yep,
But at
that's
the
how I
age of
start.
15, he would catch his first
That's how I start. That was like a sport growing up. I ain't never compete. I was too slow. Even on the bike, I was slow. That's another story for another day. But yeah, that shit like a sport. Niggas used to be like, oh, I got about 6 of them today, bro. Type shit like, bruh. Real life sport.
ever being part of a gang.
They
in
can
his
still
younger
do it. That's
years,
the fucked
he
up thing
admits to
about it.
taking an interest in the street life. Davon's father would pass away and his grades would start to slip. He soon turned to crime himself, starting out just stealing bikes and other small things. But at the age of 15, he would catch his first case, unlawful carry of a firearm. Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. He would spend time in juvenile detention twice before the age of 18. Missing out on most of his teenage years, he wouldn't go more than 6 months without finding trouble with the law. At this time, he
Damn.
didn't know these run-ins with the law would be small problems compared to what was coming. On May 29, 2014, a man by the name of Malcolm Stuckey was sitting on his porch with 2 others during a birthday party. 2 men would approach him with loaded guns and open fire. Although they tried to flee down the street, Malcolm was shot in the head and died on the scene, whereas the 2 others involved were wounded but later survived. Initially, only 1 person was arrested for the crime, Michael Wade. But after more evidence rose, Davon would find himself potentially facing 100 years in prison
Damn.
for murder and 2 attempted
See,
murder
okay.
charges. He would spend the next 3.5
My bad for pausing it if y'all really into the story. Y'all know where to find the link. Nigga, I'm gonna give you the YouTuber name that made the video. Publisher X. Publish X. Publish X, nigga. Anyway, I ain't never really know this part of the story of King Von's story. You know what I'm saying? I knew about him going to jail, beating the case, whoop whoop coming out, going crazy. Right? I'm pretty sure everybody knew that. Now I ain't know the kind of I don't want to say this shit's the details or confirmed details, because honestly I don't know. We all don't know. A nigga can say something and it's always 3 sides to. Boy, I'm a fucking idiot, nigga. I threw up 4 fingers, matter of fact. But I was trying to do this shit. Anyway, it's always 3 sides to a story. One side, the other side, and the fucking truth. So we still don't be knowing shit, right? All I'm trying to say is what's probably about to be said, probably not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take that shit with a grain of salt. And there's nothing on Publish X, it just is what it is type shit.
for the crime, Michael Wade. But after more evidence rose, Davon would find himself potentially facing 100 years in prison for murder and 2 attempted murder charges. He would spend the next 3.5 years in jail. He would have time to reflect on a lot of things. Meanwhile he's locked up, people he's known since a kid would start to blow up off rapping. Lil Durk and G Herbo's careers were on the rise. Although he didn't know whether he'd ever be free again, he did take inspiration from what they were doing on the outside. He began freestyling and beatboxing in jail to pass time because there was nothing else to do.
Boy,
Taking after his grandfather's nickname,
no bullshit. Them niggas got time.
and beatboxing in jail to pass time because there was nothing
wow.
else to do.
Fucking
Taking
hot
after
it
his
is in here.
grandfather's nickname, King David, he would get the nickname King Von from his cellmates who knew David, and they said the way he handled himself in the street reminded them of him.
Is that confirmed that that's really his grandfather?
In 2017,
you know what I'm
after
saying?
spending 3.5 long years in jail, his trial would only last 5 days. Michael Wade, who
Damn.
worked with the police trying to reduce his sentence, was given 20 years, while Davon, who didn't cooperate, would be acquitted of all charges, and 4 hours later, released back into civilian life.
Damn, a nigga snitched and got jail time? What the fuck? So, bruh, imagine snitching and still get a dub. Just imagine. Name is all over all kinds of paperwork. And still getting a dub. He's getting if he's not in PC. If he's in the general population where everybody else kicking it, he's getting treated, nigga. The worst way. Shit like that get around quick. When I tell you, it's an average jail probably hold 1,000 motherfuckers, probably 2,000 motherfuckers, maybe even 3. That's like incarcerated jail. When I tell you word travels so fast, bruh, and you be like, how these niggas communicating with each other? Don't even worry about that, bro. That shit so fast. What's that nigga, Barry Allen? Faster than him. Faster than him. With all that being said, though, it's hot than a bitch. Really about to pass out in this bitch. But, with all that being said, though, just imagine. That shit crazy. I told you I ain't know that part of the story.
Wasting no time after being released, he began writing his first raps. He drew inspiration from urban novels as well as his own past experiences to write his first songs. Although spending so much time in and out of jail was something he never wanted to experience again, he admits it helped shape the person he was and made rapping about it easier. In late 2018, he began releasing music after linking back up with the now superstar Lil Durk. Lil Durk would co-sign his music from the beginning, where he even uploaded his earliest songs on his own YouTube channel to help bring attention to Von's music. After the release of a few songs, he had already begun to build a fan base. Drill music peaked between 2010 and 2015 or so, and with the popularity of it decreasing over recent years, King Von's captivating way of telling just about any story over a drill beat with what looked like no effort at all would bring a refreshing and much needed new style to the drill scene. His early single Problems had brought him some traction, but just a few months later, on the last day of 2018, he would drop his single Crazy Story, which told the story of a robbery turned shootout, and his life would change forever. This song would blow up almost instantaneously. Childhood friend and co-signer Lil Durk wasted no time hopping on the part 2 of the song after signing him to his Only the Family label. To further his career and by personal choice, he would move out of Chicago and relocate to Atlanta. In 2018, he dropped his first official mixtape titled Grandson, which featured more collabs with Lil Durk and Booka 600. But with fame and fortune almost always comes beef. It seems trouble was something that always found its way back into Von's life, in one form or another.
Hey, gang.
Yeah.
I'll stop playing with the odds though, bro, for real. You know that shit be hurting for real.
Man, fuck them.
It seemed like every few months or so, Von found himself in a debacle online with another rapper. I mean, how many times a week do we see a rapper dissing another rapper? In today's world, we see this shit all the time, especially online. And in most cases,
that shit is normalized at this point. Shit,
nothing ever happens. In 2020, Von would release 2 more projects, LeVon James, and later Welcome to O Block. The tape would peak at number 63 on the Hot 100, which is in fact very ironic. By then he had gained so much popularity, his tapes would feature big artists from all over. He was just beginning to be solidified in the rap game. And then...
And GBI investigators still here on scene. This shooting made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people shot and killed was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
Damn.
What started as a fight outside of an Atlanta hookah lounge would turn into King Von's fatal last moment.
That shit wasn't a fight. That was a beatdown. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that boy was treating that nigga. Shit. Hey, look. I don't know why that nigga, as skinny as he is, he couldn't duck one of them bitches or something. He couldn't slip one of them motherfuckers or nothing. He was on his ass. For real.
Moments.
Let me say on his heels. On his ass sound kind of weird now. As you say it out loud and shit, it kind of weird. Hey, fuck you niggas. But y'all knew what the fuck I meant.
It has since surfaced that the entourage of people behind the shooting of Von are associated with the rapper Quando Rondo. While it's nearly impossible to figure out if King Von and Quando Rondo had beef of their own, they clearly ran with 2 different circles. Von was signed to Durk, and Quando was signed to NBA Youngboy. Because they were so close to these more experienced rappers, it's possible that the beef between Von and Rondo was actually tied to the relationships with Lil Durk and Youngboy. Although it was never really confirmed, people did believe that Von and NBA Youngboy had some type of issue with each other after Von posted a picture of Youngboy's ex-girlfriend. Regardless of the reason why this all started, the truth is nobody deserves to die at such a young age. Von was just getting started. It's actually crazy to think about the fact that we won't be able to see what his full potential was. But one thing is for sure, music doesn't die, and his footprint will remain.
Yo, they still releasing music from Von. I'm about to go do this Durk video here in a minute. Actually, that's the next video I'm gonna shoot. But you know, they still releasing music for throw this away. From Von videos. His manager's a good motherfucker, and I'm pretty sure they gonna, you know, make shit the best way they can, you know. I don't know, man. This 2020 was kind of rough, and especially in the hip hop culture, that shit was rough. Never mind the COVID shit, you know, but the music scene in the hip hop culture, that shit was rough. Or let's say black culture or whatever, you know, pop culture, the cool culture, you know, the best culture. You know what I'm trying to get to? Like, it was rough. You know, we lost Mamba, Juice, you know, Pop, shit, Duck. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I feel like I'm missing names, but them the ones I can just ring off quick. And it's crazy because I just ringed off 5. Quick as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. No, this shit is rough, man. I don't know. That was a deep-ass turn, but it man, just be easy out here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just be easy out here. Just be easy. Man, that shit was a rough ass turn. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, man.